Hey folks, welcome to a new Let's Play from me, the Mysterious GG, against my better judgment, in part because uh, Grimmeth R, and if you're watching this channel, you probably know who that is. Or no, Grimmeth, it's not Grimmeth R anymore, it's Grimmeth. Wow, where have I been? But yeah, he has been playing Mega Man 8-bit Deathmatch, and although I'd been intending to continue with my Mega Man adventures for a while, um, ending 6 was kind of a good stopping point if I didn't want to do any more, because 6 is the last game for the NES, and in my mind, it's kind of where the Mega Man series really ends. Everything that came on after is just like, yeah, it feels like a whole different series to me sometimes. But yeah, I've been watching all this Mega Man content and getting nostalgic and excited about Mega Man, and therefore I've decided to take a crack at what I remember of the Mega Man games I played, and I played 1 through 7. And Mega Man X1 and Mega Man X2, and I think that's pretty much that was it for me. And this is the one I remember as having been the hardest. It's Mega Man 7 as part of the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, which has a pretty uninspired menu screen. So I don't know why I didn't just start in Mega Man 7, but Capcom versus SNK2. Yeah, it's Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. There are challenges. This is actually kind of cool because just goofing around. It's not even challenges. You go to a museum. Like you can look. We don't have text, which means I won't be reading text on these things after I've finished the final boss. Oh, wow, it's Gilliam Knight's got a wolf-faced dick. That's not me being a perv. That's what's going on there. But anyway, you can actually challenge, like, fight, square button, fight. You can go in and fight the robot masters. You can't fight the Wily bosses. That's not the Wily bosses. Where are the Wily bosses? I'm pretty sure there's pictures of the Wily bosses. Yeah, you can't, like, jump ahead and fight the Wily machine. I didn't even see the Wily bosses. Interesting. Oh, never mind. They're just mixed in with regular enemies, because that's one of the Wily Castle bosses. Yeah, you can fight the robot masters, and if you do this, you just go in with all of the weapons, and no E tanks and no W tanks, I believe. I don't remember. But yeah, this is actually kind of handy, because if you're like me and you're not particularly good at these games, you can practice offline fighting the boss. Without having to fight through the stage to get a little practice in. And that's useful, because just goofing around with the game, I realized Burst Man, where I plan to start, he was killing me at the beginning, because well, you'll see when we get to Burst Man, I was not doing a good job at not getting lifted into the death spikes in the Burst Man boss room. But anyway, I picked this game up. I actually have this game on disc. I picked this up years ago at the GameStop. This is weirdly nostalgic for me. I used to work at an office, like probably once a week, sometimes twice a week. I'd get to this one office. I still work for the same agency I did, but I'm in a different position now and no longer like have once a week. I would show up at this office, and even though it was way too early for dinner, like I liked this office because it was really close to a Chipotle. There was a Chipotle on the way home, and there was also, then eventually I started forgoing Chipotle because there's a really good ramen restaurant on the way home, and I hadn't found a good ramen restaurant in my area at all. And no, I better get to the game. But yeah, the GameStop was right next to these restaurants, and I believe it closed. And that ramen place closed during the pandemic, and I don't make my way out to that office anyway, but I have a weird connection now between this game and Chipotle. Anyway, let's play us Mega Man 7. I've never played Mega Man 8. I've seen videos of it. I don't think I've even watched people play through Mega Man 9 and 10. But I'm familiar with Mega Man 8 and how goofy it is, because it's got the voice acting. But Mega Man 7, like I said, the last Mega Man game I ever played when it came out. And I did beat it on the SNES back in the day. Yes, even the Wily capsule at the end, which is widely considered the toughest boss in Mega Man. But I probably pounded the E-Tanks to do it. Let's see how it goes this time as we play Mega Man 7. It took me 5 minutes to get into the game, but that's okay. I won't. If I play Mega Man 8, 9, and 10 after this, I probably won't talk about Chipotle quite so much. In the year 20XX ad, giant Dr. Wily loomed over an exploding Earth, apparently. The world cheered Mega Man when, at long last, he captured and imprisoned Dr. Wily. Or is it Dr. Willy? Insert text here. But... ... Dr. Wily always knew his schemes might end in... In what? What could it be? Failure. And had planned for just such an occasion. Look, if he had the Mega Man 7 robots ready to go, he really should have thrown them at us during Mega Man 6. 4 robots had been hidden away. And after 6 months, without being contacted by Now it is Dr. Willy. That's Dr. Willy. Dr. Wily's assistant. They activated and began searching for their master. So Dr. Wily clearly has an assistant named Dr. Willy, who, like the guy from Lost, had to hit a button every 90 minutes or the world would end. In this case, he had to hit a button every 90 minutes to stop these robots from waking up. So this bulldozer robot has awakened and is destroying cities. Or city. Oh shit, he sees us! Ah! Mega Man VII. It's pretty exciting when this game came out because the box, like if you looked at the back of the Super Nintendo box, it showed a picture of a bit that's coming later where Gutsman is making a cameo. Can't this thing go any faster? I mean, this city is under attack. I'll try to punch it up a notch. Hold on the roll. I can't believe Wily is loose again. Won't this madman ever stop? I didn't know we jumped right into voice acting. He won't be loose for long. Once Dr. Light gives rushing me our new enhancements, Wily is history. I talk like Mega Man from Captain of the Games Master, by the way. Oh, whoa, end of the line. The road is too unstable to keep going. I don't know why Otto's Italian, but... You two wait here. Mega Man, take this helmet with you. Oh, because he's an engineer. He works for Ferrari. Oh, zany. He's wearing a Met hat. I guess they're not Mets. What are the Metals? That's right. I guess not. Personally, I kind of like the other one. People in the hallway need to shut up. But yeah, now Mega Man's got his classic Mega Man helmet on, having rejected the Metal hat. Good luck, Mega Man. Mega Man, Mega Man! What? Doctor, are you okay? I'll bring back Roll to take care of you. No, Mega Man, we have no time. Wowie is using the attack of the robots to cover his escape. Look! It's my Mega Man 8 voice acting. I didn't actually bother to watch a Mega Man 8 clip before this to be reminded. I just remember Dr. Wowie. Dr. Light just sounded kind of drunk. Mega Man sounds like a little kid. I prefer Captain and the Game Master Mega Man. Oh, see the hair blowing? I remember the eyebrow waggle from Mega Man 1 really feeling like... Oh, hold on. You got to go now, Mega Man. Get rush and follow Wowie's spaceship. Alright. You sure you don't need Roll to take care of you? Or... Yes, anyway. Yeah, so this is interesting. This game doesn't have... I frankly approved of it. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but the original Mega Man collection for PS4 had save states. It was like, yeah, a lot of people have been playing these games for years on emulators. Excuse me, might as well give them access to all the things they could do with an emulator. This is a little different. It's got checkpoint saves. So you can save your status as far as health and stuff goes, And if you load, rather than popping back to where you saved, you pop back to like whatever the checkpoint was with that amount of health. So you can like farm for health if you need to, and then do a checkpoint save, and you'll keep coming to that screen with that amount of health. But like, for example, right now, oh yeah, well, the other thing I was going to say in my just flighty self, we got, you see we have bow of 0 and 2 lives in reserve. Got Mega Buster and Arc Coil. I remember thinking when Dr. Wily first did the eyebrow waggle, which is he wiggles and waggles the old eyebrows, and Mega Man, the original Mega Man, when you select the Wily stage, the spaceship flies out, it opens up, he does a little eyebrow wiggle, and it flies off to the Dr. Wily castle. In that game, it just flies up off screen. It's Mega Man 2 is the first one that gives us this like sort of matte painting picture of a castle that he flies into. And at the time, there's all these little touches of Mega Man. Like, I don't think people appreciate the little things it did to give its characters personality. There's a handful of Nintendo games that really did that well. Probably nothing was quite as good as Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, because the characters you were fighting were so big, and you had to actually read like facial tics and stuff. But Mega Man did a pretty good job for an early Nintendo game. With, you know, just Mega Man blinking, the different looks of the Robot Masters, etc. And yeah, the waggling of the eyebrows, like, that really stuck. That is a thing that has always appeared since then. Because whether you can hate Dr. Wily for being this annoying villain who keeps coming back, but he's got the eyebrows. Anyway, so if we were to load checkpoint save, because I did a little bit of off-screening for some reason, we'd pop back at this exact same screen. But now, because I know you're like off-screening in a Mega Man game, what the hell? What can I tell you? I loaded this thing up, and then I was getting dinner, so I had like something in the oven. I was like, well, I won't start recording. I'll just play around here for a while. And then I started watching some riff tracks, and basically, this game actually has money, of a sense. These enemies drop, they're not coils, they're bolts. They drop bolts sometimes to defeat them, and those can be traded in for items. I ended up grinding off screen. I got a bunch of bolts to spend at the store, and when we get to that point where that appears, that didn't take quite as long as you might think. I think I got fairly lucky with my drops. We also got an extra life, and that's actually what's really impressive here. I got 474 bolts because I was running back and forth listening to various riff tracks, just kind of like, I know it sounds crazy, but I was like, well, I'll get enough bolts that I'll probably never need any more bolts. Although actually, that might not be true. But yeah, over the course, in small bolts give you 2 bolts. If a bolt icon that has small drops and you kill an enemy and you pick it up, you get 2 bolts in the BO counter. A big bolt gives you 8 bolts. And I got 474 bolts in the time it took for one 1-up to drop. So 1-ups are a pretty rare drop from enemies, although it does happen. Alright, let's actually get on with the, this is an unrepeatable intro section here. See, we got some robots, and if you shoot them low, the head comes after you. And in fact, you're supposed to shoot their heads. Then we got the old metal. Drop the bolt. Nice. Actually got fairly lucky with the bolt drops. Yeah, you're supposed to shoot those guys in the head. Let me walk you through how to play an ancient SNES game. And here is I guess the monster from the, the monster from the opening movie. I'm not doing particularly well. You're supposed to kind of strike a balance between being right in his face and, yeah, I really took a lot more damage there than I meant to. But anyway, we continue along. We're trying to chase down Dr. Wily's spaceship, and then this guy shows up. And he says, "This is Mega Man." You better tell me who you are. You better tell me who you are.
I'm bass and he's treble. We have been trying to stop Dr. Wily while you were gone. You are much too weak to battle Wily. Maybe you better sit this one out. Let's go, Treble.
And he barks. Dot. Bass? You mean like the fish?
I clearly said bass, Mega Man.
Anyway, I'm not going to accept that. Let's go back and do that again. I was going to do this anyway. I did intend to win on the first try. But yeah, there's actually 2 different dialogues you can get there, depending on how that goes. So I was really low on health. If you get to critical health while fighting Bass, I always call him Bass. I know his name is Bass. As for why he has that voice when I voice act him, that's probably not worth explaining either, but it is a thing for Bobo's benefit. But yeah, that is Bass, and that is the first time he pops up in the Mega Man series. I had not intended to actually do quite so poorly. I only took 1 hit, but because I took so many hits against the mid-boss before him, that's all it took to get me in the critical status. So let's try to do a little better against this mid-boss, and that will be helpful. I think there's something going on with my sound, actually. That is not a great start. I'm in the same basic spot here. This is not a good start. This is not promising well. I have not. I was a little trepidatious to even start this Let's Play, because let's just put it this way. My Mega Man skills have not been universally praised throughout these series. Yeah, that's not... I swear to God, like, playing this thing when I wasn't recording, I was fine with getting enough hits on bass to get the dialogue where you are credited with winning the little sparring match that nobody actually really wins. Somebody has to take a couple hits and then they suddenly talk. But now I can't seem to get this to work. And the issue is this guy. I need to be able to afford a couple of hits against Also, interesting thing about this particular Mega Man game, and this is something I found out earlier today, this many hours ago. I was kind of like doing other things and listening to commentary as a speedrun, and picked up a few interesting facts. Like, one of the reasons this Mega Man game strikes people so hard is because the Buster does less damage in this game than it does in most other games. Like, apparently one of the big keys is, and I'm not good at doing this, is to make yourself use the weapons of the Robot Masters when you get them, rather than just saving them up for fighting Robot Masters exclusively, which is what I tend to do. Okay, now I finally won.
You are as good as they say, Mega Man.
You better tell me who you are. You better tell me who you are. Yeah, Mega Man style like a speech.
I'm bass, I mean. And he's Treble. You almost got me to say bass, Mega Man. We have been trying to stop Dr. Wily while you were gone. I see now that you don't need our help.
I thought he made like an actual noise. I'm not sure if there's something going on with my sound setup here. Bass.
No, you said bass last time. Come on.
Interesting here, they have numbers and Mega Man characters for the password system, just to make it a little harder to screw up, I guess. Interesting to me that number 1 is Mega Man, that would make sense. Number 2, Dr. Wily. Number 3, Metal. So Metal apparently outranks both Dr. Light and Roll in the pantheon of Mega Man characters. Number 6 will remain a mystery for the time being, but 7 is a character who's new for this game called Otto. And 8 is Rush. So, huzzah. Now here we are, and I'm going to do a new checkpoint save. Oh. I guess I can't do one from here? Interesting. I have to actually do it during gameplay. I can't just save right here. Which is annoying because I hadn't intended to write down passwords. I kind of assumed I would be able to pick up, like I would be able to throw down a save at this screen, but I guess not. Anyway, just thanks to my yammering on about Chipotle and whatnot, and needing a couple of tries to show off the you beat bass dialogue. I think we got enough for a little intro video here, and when we come back next time, I haven't played this game in many years. I'm not expecting this to go easy or smooth. So I did kind of allow myself to check, and I'll do that for the rest of the games too, because every Mega Man game I play after this will be one I've never played before at all. Yeah, I did check the boss weaknesses and like the traditional sequence in which you fight the bosses, because just playing around a little bit, I kind of realized, yeah, I'm not beating Cloudman without his weakness. And he's the guy you're supposed to beat first if you're like speed running, because you get the rush gear, and you know, if you're super pro, you beat Cloudman first. I don't think that's happening. So when we come back next time, folks, it'll be this fellow right here, Burst Man. See you then.